SKFREACTS, Holly over here, and today I'm here to do my Stray Kids experience! So I'm gonna try to keep this as short as possible. Luckily for me, I actually don't remember all that much. So I will add like clips and stuff, like I'll just kind of vaguely talk about like the concert and all this kind of stuff, just because, you know, a lot of people mainly, because I'm sure a lot of people will just kind of want to hear about the high touch and stuff, so that's kind of what I'll mainly talk about. But I will just kind of talk about like how the concert works and all this kind of stuff. But first of all, I went to this concert on my own, so like this was very kind of big for me. I mean, I have travelled on my own. I went to London MCM in October on my own. Like I managed to do that on my own and all this kind of stuff, but I was meeting people there, so you know, like, well, I met people like at the con and all this kind of stuff, but so I still did it on my own, but I still had kind of help, I guess. But this was like the first time I was doing something completely on my own without kind of any help. I was gonna be meeting a friend there, but I ended up not, because I made a new friend, so that was fun. So I travelled on the Saturday, and I travelled really early. You can see my vlog. So I travelled really early, and it was just really tiring because I travelled at like 6 AM, but like I couldn't choose any other flight, so like I had to go with that one, and it was like like I didn't want to get up early because I knew I was gonna be getting up early the next day, but what can you do? So I got up really early on the Saturday and then travelled down and all this kind of stuff, and I had to wait around for a while, but I got lost on the train station after I got to London. Like, you take the DLR from London City Airport, and in that train station I just got lost. Like, I was just like, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. But I was trying to look for an exit, and then I just couldn't find one, and I was just like, okay. But I finally made it, obviously, as I'm here. But I went to my hotel finally after I checked out the venue where you could see like Stray Kids sold out and stuff, and I was like, oh my god. Like, it was just really, it still hadn't really kicked in that I was actually seeing them the next day. Like, it didn't actually even kick in like as the show started. Like, I was just like, oh, I'm seeing them like right now. Like, it's like, what? I came out of that venue a changed woman. But so I walked to the venue and just kind of checked it out, and then I could finally go and check into my hotel. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna be able to just, like, I'm seeing them tomorrow, like, oh my gosh. And so I had this plan to go to bed early. I was like, okay, if I go to sleep at like 4 PM or like maybe like a little bit later, like it was just so I could get rest, just because I'd be getting up at like 3 AM the next day, just because I was like, I just want to get in line, like I just want to be that person and stay in line, like just because I didn't have anyone else with me, so I wasn't putting anyone at burden to like stay in line with me. So I was like, the only chance, like this is like this might be the only time I actually get like really close to a concert, so I was like, I might as well do it when I'm on my own. So I went in line the next day and all this kind of stuff, but my plan was to go to sleep really early and then just kind of wake up. So then I'd get like my 8 hours of sleep. I was watching Mrs. Doubtfire, and I was like, oh, I'll go to sleep after this. And then Chan, halfway through Mrs. Doubtfire, went live, and I was like, okay. So Chan went live, and I was like, okay. So I was actually getting really tired as well, because I was like, oh my god, like I've been traveling like all day and blah blah blah. And so I was like, okay, I'm finally ready to go to bed. And then Chan was like, no you don't. So I got more awake after that, and I didn't go to sleep until like 11 PM. And I was getting up at 3. But I woke up, and like the next day I woke up fine, and then I went to the line, and it was like I walked out of my hotel, and the first thing you see is police tape wrapped around this like area, and I was like, okay. So I walked out and then went to the line and all this kind of stuff, and I just waited around there. Like, I didn't really talk to anyone because like I'm very socially awkward, so I was just like, I'm just gonna sit and like in my day 6 hoodie and just like shake because oh my god, it was freezing. But I was just sat there and just waited and waited and waited. And it finally got to the time, but then eventually it started getting really, really badly messed up. So the venue was just really, really terrible. Like it was, there were people being brought in not knowing what was going on, to try and figure out like what to do for like the lines and stuff. And it's like, okay. And like everyone was confused, like everyone was just like, okay, like you go over there, like you're VIP I guess, so like just go over there and all this kind of stuff. And it was like, oh my gosh, like figure out what you're doing before you tell us what to do. Luckily no one was kind of yelling at people like how they did at BTS last year, but at least they had us in like different sections straight off, you know, like so like they were gonna be giving out wristbands at 12, and then they finally separated everyone, and it was just a whole like, but even that was still a whole mess. Like I don't even know what happened, but I eventually got my wristband, and I made a friend and her lovely mother as well. Like it was, oh my god, it was great. So we were 289, 290, and 291 or something like that. Like those were our numbers. Which, it didn't even look like there were that many people in front of me either, though. Like, that's what I don't get. Like, it didn't look like 200 or 300 people were in front of me. Like, that's what I don't get. It was like 70 people in front of me. I do not understand. Because, like, I know obviously there was a bunch of people kind of crowding around the doors, but, like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it looked like there was only about 70 people in front of me, but I don't know what happened, but whatever. So I don't know if they just brought like over a wrong sheet, maybe, like, because they walked over to us and we were like 3rd, 4th people to get our wristband, while there was like a whole bunch of people over at the doors. We were over like 3rd, 4th row to get a wristband, and we were 200 and something, and I was just like, okay, okay, sure. So I don't know if they just gave us a random sheet or something, but I don't even think they kind of bothered using the numbers anyway at the end of the day. Like, they got us to try and get into a line, which is fair enough. Like, obviously they can't get everyone like to get like 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's just like, but eventually the whole line wrapped right round like the block. Like, it was just like, oh my gosh. I was kind of glad I was there early, but so we, like, me and my friend, we went to go get food and stuff like that, and we obviously just went off and, you know, did all that kind of stuff, and then came back, and we were trying to line up while everyone was, it was just crazy, like it was all really messed up. And there was this one girl with blonde hair, people will know who I'm talking about, who went to the London show. Like, she had like quite big eyeliner and all this kind of stuff. She was like the queen of the entire day, because like she was really trying to like properly get like everyone into line. Like, there were people lying, being like, oh, we're number 400, yet we've been here for 3 days and stuff. Like, while I was like, I've been here since 4 a.m. and I'm 200, how does that work? Like, what? But she was really trying to like get people through, but like she was also like making people laugh and all this kind of stuff. So like she was like the queen of the entire day. So I'd like to thank that woman for absolutely everything she did, because she was also really confused about everything that was going on, but she was really trying her best to really try and get everyone like in line and like everything to be fair and all this kind of stuff. But she did her best. Like, you know, like there's only so much you can do like with a whole big crowd, especially of like teenagers who are like, oh my god, like hurry up, go, and stuff like this. That's why I don't like doing that, because I don't like stressing people out. But she did her best. Like, she was really top notch like on that day. But yeah, so she did a great job, and she was just like, hey, let's go people, like let's go enjoy this concert and all this kind of stuff. And then we finally got inside eventually. We finally got inside, and we were the second row. This is the worst. So we were the second row and the show started and all this kind of stuff, and then they have like the VCR and stuff like comes on, and obviously you've got like Bang Chan, Woojin, and all this kind of stuff, and it's like, oh my gosh. And so like we're like really excited, like we were just like, oh my god, like it's starting, oh my god. And then in my video you can hear me, like they were about, like I could see them about to walk on stage, and I was just standing there, and oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I could see them standing there just waiting to come on stage, like after everything had gone dark, and you can hear me in my video going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That's the closest I've also ever been to a concert. I was like second, third row by like the end of GOT7, so like this was the very beginning, so I was like, oh my god, you're like, oh my god. So everything was going great, like, you know, like you had like their intro like song and all this kind of stuff, and then you had Elevator that started up and just Sungmin, like Sungmin's beautiful voice, just honey, like flowing through it and everything. Like Sungmin in person, like an angel made him. I don't even know. But he looked so beautiful with his voice, like freaking Changbin and Han. Oh my god, they're rapping. I need a moment. Still appreciating it since the London stuff. They're rapping live. Okay, if you haven't heard 3RACHA rapping, singing, whatever live, go do it please, because Changbin freaking killed Elevator. Like, oh lord. Literally, that whole first song just killed me. And then they played Grr and Beware. So they played that song afterwards, and you obviously have them going and I have this really cool like shot of Chan when he's there, because like he was like on our side, but that was, yeah, so there so during that song Chan quickly like turned around, and I was saying to my friend, because we were like on the corner of the left side of the stage, so I was like, if anyone comes like right to this corner, we're gonna see like them right up close, like so Chan like quickly walked around and was just like, and then walked back, and I was like, boy, what? Because Chan is / was one of my, I don't even know. Well, I had a Chan sign. I walked in there as a Chan bias, or was kind of confused between Chan and Minho. I might have walked out as a Minho bias, but I don't even know. Not important yet, but like Chan, beautiful. He's like a beautiful human being. But Chan just kind of quickly waved over and then walked off again, and I was like, I didn't even have time to show you my sign. That's like Bang Chan, but fine. But he just went over to like continue dancing, because he was in the middle. He was in the middle of a song, and he just kind of went and then walked off again. But okay. I remember when that happened, I had just finished recording, and when he came over to us, I literally freaked out. I was like, oh god! Like, oh my god! and it was funny. And then it was Not, I think. So Not was played next, and I can't really remember what they did for that one, but they were just like blah blah blah. But then it was Awaken, and that was when I got my amazing Hyunjin cam. I got a few good Hyunjin cams actually during that song. So I just freaking, if this ain't the best Hyunjin cam you've ever seen in your life, well, you've probably seen better ones, but like if that's not the best cam I'm ever gonna get in my whole life, I don't know what's gonna be. Like, if I get a really good cam at God 7 or whatever, like, but yes, so I got a really good Hyunjin cam of freaking not Beware, Awaken, and it was just beautiful. Like, he just came right over to our corner, and I was like, although they played Mirror first, I'm pretty sure. They played Mirror first before they played District 9, I'm pretty sure. Mirror was played, and that's one of my favorite songs. I do have a cam of it at some point. But Woojin. Woojin was also made by an angel. District 9 was really good, like Chan jumping up in the air, just and I also love how they were doing it like album by album as well, because like it just kind of shows how much they've grown and everything. Like, it's just, oh, that album, then that album, and like they just did them in order. Like, I just love that. I don't even know why. Like, it's just such a good idea. Like, everyone, you know, kind of has songs in like random places, and I guess when they get more songs they're gonna do the same thing, but like, it was just a really good idea, like, for their first tour, and for like, you know, they've only been around for a year, like that'd be really cool. And then they got onto Who. This was like the only song that had a prop in it, I'm pretty sure. I mean, unless they had something for my pace, because I didn't see it. Who came on, and that was like really cool because it was like a mirror, and like they were obviously mimicking or like miming each other's dance moves and all this kind of stuff. And Minnow, I had a good damn shot about it. I had a really good shot of him and Jisung dancing together, so that was really cool. Oh my god. And then it was Insomnia, but I kind of don't remember Insomnia. I really can't remember just this part. Like, I can remember Who fine, but I can't remember Insomnia, Voices Are My Pace, which, that's my damn favourite Stray Kids album, but it was because there was this girl behind me. Some people will already know from Twitter and just knowing her from the pit anyway. So there was a girl behind me who was kind of clearly a solo Jisung stan, because she did something to Minnow. I'm not happy about it. If I was still there, I might have just been like, boy. But it was the same girl that bothered me. So after Voices, I think it was like just before Voices finished, so I actually really can't remember Voices at all because of this whole situation. Well, because of her, she was like pressing up right against me, and obviously in pits, obviously that happens, but like, you know, you still have like a bit of space between you and the other person. Like, you might be pressing against them, but not like fully forcefully like against them. Like, that's how she was against me. So she didn't need to be though, because I'm pretty sure she had space behind her. But so they start, I don't know when they started speaking, but it was before I left. Also I have pretty minnow in videos and pictures and stuff. I will put them around here. And I will talk about that in a second. But there was this girl behind me who would always keep yelling, Jisung! Jisung! And obviously, like, I understand you have a bias, whatever, but it was constant. It was when Woojin was speaking, I'm pretty sure. Like, it was when, like, anyone was speaking, and she would just keep going, Jisung, Jisung, Jisung. Like, you know, I get, like, maybe waving at a member while the others are speaking, but, like, have some respect for the other members while they're speaking. Like, don't keep yelling for one specific member. Like, Woojin was speaking and Minna waved over at us. Like, I was like, oh, hey, like, whatever. But this girl was just, But, yeah, so she was really pressed up against me, and I was really feeling the heat at this point. And, like, I couldn't, like, breathe because of it, because, like, she was just really tightly against me. And I don't really like massive crowds either. I mean, I get used to it, like, in concerts and stuff, like, you know, I'm just like, okay, like, there's gonna be a big crowd, I just need to, like, calm down and all this kind of stuff. But when people are, like, pressed right against me, and I was literally like this, the entire, like, by the time, because I was leaning against the girl that was next to me, who I was, like, leaning on because of this girl. Like, I was properly like this because I couldn't move. And so I literally couldn't, like, hold up my camera. Like, that's why I don't have any videos really from Who onwards. So, like, I was like this properly, and I also had my sign, so, like, it's really awkward to, like, move and all this kind of stuff. And I had, like, a really good space as well, but this girl would not move, and I didn't want to, like, because, like, as I say, I'm really socially awkward, so I really can't turn around and tell someone, like, move back, please. And again, being on my own, I was like, I had my friend there, but, like, she'd also kind of moved in between us, so I was like, like, I was just really freaking out, and I really couldn't, like, process what was going on. And, like, I took a drink from, like, they were handing out drinks, so I was like, okay, maybe if I take a drink, fan myself, like, I'll be fine. But if I hadn't gone out, I might have actually passed out because of this girl. Like, it was just, like, she wouldn't move, and she was just being really disrespectful, and especially to Minnow later on. Apparently she was going Jisung, Jisung, Jisung again, and was like, oh, I'm not getting Jisung's attention, so she yelled, Minnow! And so he was like, oh, and, like, smiled and waved at her, but then she went, no, get me Jisung. Like, I didn't obviously hear that because I was out of the pit by this point, but apparently Minnow looked really upset. And it's like, like, if I was still there, I might have just... But it's like, that's so disrespectful. Like, it's just like, oh my god. Like, you could maybe... Because I heard someone was, like, yelling Woojin or whatever, and Chan heard that or something and was just like, hey, yo, Woojin. Like, that's different. Like, he realizes, oh, like, there's someone trying to get Woojin's attention. I'll get Woojin's attention for her. But not actually calling a member specifically just to be like, yo, get me this member. Like, I don't care about you, get this member for me. I mean, if you're watching this, I get, like, you do have a bias and all this kind of stuff, but please respect the people around you. Like, it really, because I really just could not breathe because of this whole entire thing. Like, I know you're probably not watching this, but if you are, like, I hate to just be that person, but, like, I really wish you, like, would have just respected space a bit more, because my friend also said she was getting a bit really tight between you and everything. But just please, the next time you go to a concert, please respect the people around you. If someone asks you to move back, please do. If you realize someone's really, really tight against you or whatever, if you have space, please move. This will go towards anyone. If you see someone's, like, about to faint or whatever, like, just move back a little bit. Like, if you see someone's panicking or anything like that, even just ask them, like, are you okay? Do you want me to move? Like, it might be in the middle of a concert, but someone might get better from this, because if it's like me, like, who had to move out of the pit from her, like, really good spot, it may benefit, you know, it benefits a lot of people. Like, it benefits a lot of people's experience, and it just it does so much better in terms of your own experience because you're not bothering others, and it also helps, you know, the people around you. So just please be respectful of those around you. It's like the whole thing, if you're shoving people, like you might shove someone down by accident and, you know, they could get stomped on and it could get really, really bad. Like, that's why I don't like mosh pits. But just please be respectful of those around you. If you are the person that was next to me, you know, just please be respectful next time. And just, you know, be respectful of all the members and everything. Just be respectful about those around you. I hate to be like the person talking about this. Like, I don't really like kind of tattletale stuff. But just next time, like, just please respect. Because, you know, just some people don't really like really, really tight spaces and everything, and it just freaks a lot of people out. So just, you know, you're all there to have fun. Like, I get, you know, you just really want to be close to the front and everything, but, you know, sometimes it's better to have space between people. So just, okay. I got through to the medical room and I got given like a water bottle. And like I was really losing my vision as well after I got out of the pit. Like I was actually like my vision was like going completely. But I finally got it. Like I just sat down for like a few minutes and like I missed my pace, and like it was just really annoying that I missed my favorite song, or like I didn't get to enjoy my favorite song. So hopefully when Stray Kids come back they play Voices again, because that but hopefully, like, my sister wants to go see them, so they played My Pace when I was through into the medical room, and I played You, I think. So I walked into the medical room and I was pretty much fine as I sat down. Like, I just sat down from these two songs just so I could just really cool down. Like, it was basically just the heat, pretty much. Like, it was just, I needed really to cool down. Like, I was trying to fan my, like, face and everything, and I tried to drink water and everything, and, like, the security guards were like, oh, do you need some water? Do you need some water? And I was like, I feel like it's just not gonna help. I mean, I might have tried again, like, maybe should have tried again, but yeah, I was just like, I don't know if it's gonna help. Like, I should have probably tried just to have another drink of water, but yeah, I'm kind of dumb. I just wanted to be on the safe side, though. But they played I Am You, and that was their final song. Like, this was before their encore. This was after I got out of the medical room. I wasn't out for long until they left. And they went to go change and everything, and then they started playing the really cute VCR of like all of them and all this kind of stuff, and I was like, I love, and it was just, I loved it. But so they were playing the VCR while they were away, and I could still see relatively, like, from where I was. Like, I was on Woojin's side at this point, so I was like, I get to see the god himself. I still had a really good spot relatively. Like, I was like a few rows back, but it was okay. I played Victory Song, and that was really cool because, like, I was like doing like the dance moves with them. And it was just really fun, and I loved it. Literally the best thing in the world. Because hearing everyone go, Stray Kids, whoo! with Chan's part, like it was literally the best thing ever. Like just hearing the entire venue just go Stray Kids, who, like it was just so amazing. Just that entire thing, amazing. And then they played Side Effects, but before that they had finished Miro, and before that Chan was like, hey, so like if any of you want to dance with us, like if you're feeling up to it, like just go. And then he was like, oh, but don't punch anyone around you, please. And I was like, okay. But it was just really cute. Like, it's just the fact he was like, oh yeah, you can dance with us, but please don't punch anyone, like, for real. I was like, he's cute. He's a cutie. So then they played Side Effects, and then everyone did the So Chang Bin! I love that entire thing. Like, I was, like, the first time they did it, like, the first time it happened, I completely forgot, like, I was wanting to do it, but then I was like, oh damn, I went, bin! And then when they did it the second time, I just screamed, like, my entire lung out. So that was fun. So it was really cool to see everyone just go, so Chang Bin! And then they played Awkward Silence, which I didn't film. I tried to, but I must have pressed the, like, record button twice, so I'm really dumb. But, so I recorded it by, like, I pressed record and then stopped recording, so, but, when it started, Chan, I don't know what Chan was doing, but someone was holding someone, and then you just hear Chan in his microphone go, have you seen my wand? And I was like, okay. So Chan in his English accent. But that was funny. And then it was funny because everyone went, ka, 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 at least I did. And just, yeah, there was a lot of people just kind of going, ka, 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 because I think I saw a video of Chan going, like, just really happy that everyone did that. Like, it was just... and then they played Get Cool. I do have a video of that, I think, because I realised I wasn't filming and I was like... Silence, like that made me really sad because I just really wanted to hear everyone go, there you go mate, like I really wish they played the entire thing, but they played Get Cool, and then they played Yeah Yeah Yeah. They played Yeah Yeah Yeah, which I was like waiting for Felix to do his whole shirt thing, but he never did. Also, I wasn't, like, that's a joke by the way, like I was just just in case anyone thought I was like creepy or anything, like I was just that video, like it's just the fact everyone was like, oh my gosh, Felix. At least I didn't see him do anything like be disrespectful to all of us, but but that was the last song they played, and like all the confetti and all this kind of stuff came out, and they did take a picture with all of us, but they never posted it, so I don't know. At least they might have posted it on Twitter, but I don't know. But they posted a picture, and I might have actually been in it if I stayed where I was, because I was planning on holding up my sign that said like Chan and stuff, because I might have actually been in it, because Chan was like, oh yeah, we can see all your faces, and I was like, okay. So I might have actually been in it if I was able to stay where I was, but I didn't manage to, and I was like way too far on the side, like on the right, to be able to actually be seen, so I was like, okay, I'll just stay all the way over here. And then, yeah, so that was the last song, but everyone was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be Grow Up, that's last. And so like they gave us a banner that was like, oh yeah, if you hold this up during Grow Up, like, you know, blah blah blah, like it will do this, and it was just, it didn't get played, and I was like, like this always happens, it's like, oh yeah, like hold this up during the last like soft song, and then it's like, no. They just like the set list just changes, and they're just like, okay. But yes, so that was a kind of small description of the entire concert. I did as best as I could to try and do it as fast as possible, but then I started ranting, whoops. On to the high touch. The high touch was also really messed up, but we did see that girl again, and she like walked over, she was like, and then she like leaned over these two girls, she was like, hey, you want to stand up? And like they were just like, like, hello, but she was like, you want to stand up, like we need to get in line and stuff like this. So we all got in line, and we were like, I'd say like the 50th last person. So we were waiting in line and everything, and we were like freaking out, because obviously you never know who's gonna be first for these like events, and obviously I know I've talked about my high touch already in my vlog, but I'm gonna talk about it again because I like talking about it. So we were freaking out, because like we were just like, oh my gosh, like we really don't know who's going first and all this, or like who's gonna be first. And we, like, I have people in my mind, like, I'm like, oh yeah, like, I don't want this one and this one to be first, because I'm just gonna freak out, like, I'm gonna forget everything. They weren't first, but I did freak out for the first member anyway. Like, we were just like, oh my gosh, like, what do we say? What do we say? What do we say? We were, like, just waiting for ages just for the line to finally start moving. And it was going relatively slow. Like, basing off how high touches usually go, like they're just like, yeah, go, 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 which they were doing, but like this high touch went really slow. I don't know if it was just because when we got to them, it just felt like time was going so slowly, like, I don't know, but like watching people go up, like, because they were doing it in like big groups of people, and then would stop and then start bringing them back in, so like they were actually kind of taking their time with it, because they had a whole hour to do it. So, I mean, like, I guess they were really just, not like rushing people, like just kind of going go, 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 like just really trying to make it as easy as possible. I don't know. We were finally walking up to like where we had to exit from, and there was this one security guy who was like, hey, like, give me a high five, like, I'll get you ready for them and all this kind of stuff. So I just kind of gave him like this really awkward high five, and I was like, if I can't even look that guy in the eye, how am I gonna look them in the eye? Like, oh my gosh. And like I started recording for the high touch before we got up, so I do have a video of it, and I'm not sure if I want to post it or not. I mean, you're not supposed to record, but I mainly just wanted the audio. Like, I didn't even think I was gonna get that good of a picture on my phone for when I was like walking, because I recorded from my back pocket, so I was like, like, all I really want is the audio, but if I get them, but I'll maybe post the high touch, it's long in here enough. So yeah, so we walked like out, like round, and then like up these stairs and all this kind of stuff, and we were like looking, we were trying to see like where, like, whoever the last member was. We were just like, oh, like, who's up there and stuff, because you could kind of see where you came out of after the high touch, and we were like, and like my friend noticed, like, I couldn't see, but my friend was like, I think Chan and Felix are last, and I was like, oh. And like I was like, oh my gosh, like Chan is slash, I don't even know, is my bias, and I was just like, because since I obviously made that sign for him, I wanted to show it kind of, because I kind of wished he would have seen it while I was obviously like standing there, but obviously he didn't manage to because I moved. But I was like, okay, this is my chance to be able to show it to him. So I wasn't gonna like wave it right in his face or anything, but I was just gonna hold it up to him. So we walked up the stairs, and I was like, oh my god, like, why are they making me walk up the stairs? Like, my legs are shaking, please. So we walked up the stairs and like round this entire thing, and then we like turn to see who's first. And this is the first time, because when I did my day 6 high touch, literally you walk upstairs, then like 2 other steps, and the first member's right there. Like, it's just like, okay, wait, what? So me and my friend finally walked up. She looked at me like, oh, and you can hear me in my video. This still, I laugh every time, but you can hear me in my video go, oh my god, it's Virgin! Like, literally, when I saw him, I was like, but like, I don't know how I'm gonna walk out of this alive, but like, I could just like see him properly before we had to go up to him, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I hope he didn't hear me when I said, oh my god, it's Woojin. He would have just been like, well, okay then. But that was so funny. But yeah, so we were like 4 people away from him when we finally saw that it was him. So like, we walked around and all this kind of stuff, and then finally so we finally got to him. And like, he obviously looked like, my friend was in front of me and her mum was behind me. It just kind of happened that way, I don't know how, but so she was in front of me, and she was like she was like high-fiving them like this, like just covering her mouth and just high-fiving them. And it wasn't even like, I mentioned this in my in my vlog, like, it wasn't even like a high five. Like, obviously you just expect, like, that's it, like, you know, high five, go, sort of thing. Like, that's how you're expecting it to be, but for them, like, it was a proper just hand graze sort of thing. Like, it was like a proper kind of hand holding thing. Like, you just kind of lightly hold their hand sort of thing for like a few seconds. So like, Widget finally turned around to me, and I just kind of went, hi, thanks. And I was probably just really quiet. Like, they probably saw me go, thanks, to all of them. But I just kind of went, hey, thanks. And he just kind of went like, hi. So like, he just kind of like I mean, again, it's kind of like a high five, but it was just very soft. Like, it was just like a sort of thing. Then I moved over to literally, when Woojin finally looked at me like in the eyes, I was like I lost my breath. But I was just like, hi, thanks. I think he said hi first, I think, though, but I was like, hi, thanks. And then Changbin looked at me, and his eyes are like very fierce, but like, they're very soft at the same time. Like, I don't even know, but Changbin's not that short. Like, I don't know where everyone's getting that from, but like, I don't know, obviously he could be wearing like, I don't know, shoe lifts or like, yeah, heels or something, I don't know, but he's not that short. Like, he didn't look that short anyway. I don't know, like, he looked about the same height as me, but I don't know. He looked about the same height as Woojin, and like, Woojin's apparently meant to be really tall, so like, I don't know, like, Woojin seemed taller than me, so like, I don't even know. But it could have obviously been, I was going too fast to kind of tell. But like, even in the video, you can't really tell a difference between height, but I don't know. So I like high-five Changbin, and Changbin's the same age as me. And like, I just kind of wanted to be like, ayo, like, just like, yo. But he just kind of went like, hi. Like, it's like, but I think he was just really kind of confused for my friend or something. I don't even know what had happened, but like, he just kind of looked like at me, like, he was just like, hi. Because like, my friend was kind of crying at this point, so like, obviously he might have just been like like, oh my god, what do I do? So like, I high-fived him, and I was just like, hey, and like, he said hi back, and I think I said thank you to every member besides maybe Sungmin. So I walked up to Sungmin, and he was telling my friend in front of me not to cry. Like, he was like, oh, please don't cry, please don't cry. And then he turned as I was about to walk over to Hyunjin, so I was just like, oh my gosh. So I think he said thank you, like I think he was like, hey, thank you. I just did it really quickly, but he kind of gave me like a really small like high five. And I was like, hey. And then I moved over to Hyunjin. He gave me such a cute smile. Like he's so beautiful, and like his hair was like properly like pushed back and everything as well. Like it was like, boy. Also, I have this really funny, this is so random, but I have this really funny video that I found from the concert where Hyunjin like threw his like towel over his face to obviously try and dry it, but he just threw it, like he was just like, and so it was just like, okay. But anyway, so Hyunjin's hair was like pushed back and all this kind of stuff, and he just kind of went, hi, thank you, and like all this kind of stuff, and like he like, you know, high-fived me and all this kind of stuff. But like the way, like in the video, it looks kind of awkward the way he does it, because he kind of does it really like, what's the word, like gracefully afterwards. Like he touches the person's hand, he's like like I don't know if like it's probably just the way the video looks, but yeah. Or was it Sungmin? Oh, I can't even remember, but like the way they hold their hands, they're just like like I don't know what went on there, but okay. But Hyunjin was just so beautiful. Cree. And then damn, Minho was next. Oh my god. So like I got to Minho afterwards, and like I truly think like Minho is like one of the most like I love, like obviously every idol is like beautiful, but like Minho is literally one of like top looking idols I've ever seen in my life. Like in person he's just so like beautiful. I don't even know, like I would never rank idols or anything, but like Minho is just like off the ranks beautiful. I have no idea, but so he gave me like such a genuine smile. I literally can't stop talking about it. Like I keep talking about it. I can't. Oh my gosh. This is why everyone thought, like, because I was double standing for a while, like I was like, oh yes, Chan and Minho are my biases, and then after I came out of the concert, everyone was like, you're not Chan biased. But yeah, so I walked up to Minho and like we kind of held hands for like a second or two, like we were like, because like the way you can kind of see it in the video, like the way he kind of did it was kind of, he was kind of moving his hand a little bit to kind of hold the person's hand a little bit, but like our fingers kind of locked a little bit for a second, like we were just like, hi, like just really really quickly, like it was just like, oh. But so like I looked him in the eye and like his eyes are proper sparkling and everything, like it's so beautiful. But like his eyes, like when he smiles, I mean people see it in like pictures and stuff, like when he smiles he's just like proper sparkly eyes and everything. But he looked genuinely happy, like he was like, hi, thank you, thank you. And just, you know, like his he's got quite a sweet voice as well, like it was just, he's so cute, I don't even know. But literally he's so beautiful. But like, you know, like he was just proper sparkling eyes, and he was kind of leaning over the table by the looks of things as well, like I kind of didn't really notice that until I looked over the video, but like he was properly kind of like leaning over the video, just kind of like, hi, thank you, thank you. And he was like, and you can kind of see him smiling in like the video as well, like it's just and it makes me wonder as well, because when I left the pit they were starting to talk again, so they had just finished Voices or something, like they started talking and I was coming out of the pit, like it just makes me wonder if one of them saw me like leaving, like it just makes me wonder, like maybe one of them did see me leave and been like welp. But anyway, so Minho was like, oh hi, thank you, thank you, thank you, and he was just so beautiful, like oh my gosh. And like I just kind of said hi, thank you again, and then I walked over to Jisung. I walked up to Jisung. You can hear it in the video. You can just hear him going, hey yo, what's up, what's up? So that's what he did. Like he went, hey yo, what's up, thanks, like sort of thing to me. And I was like, hey yo, thanks. Like you can't hear me in the video like at all. but you can hear Jisung, like, he's really loud, like, in the entire video. He's the only member you can kind of properly hear. You can hear Sungmin, like, twice or something, but you just basically just hear Jisung the entire line just going, hey, yo, what's up, what's up? I'm pretty sure he said thanks to me, though. Like, I feel like I remember that. Like, he was just like, hey, yo, thanks, and stuff like this, like, hey, yo, what's up, thanks, sort of thing. But he could have just been saying thanks to, like, the next person, but I heard it, so but I was just like, yo, thanks. And then I got to IN, but I really don't remember him. Like, I really don't know why. Like, I do remember looking him in the eye and everything, though. Like, I do remember, like, stuff, but, like, I just don't remember talking to him. Like, I don't remember him talking either, but I'm pretty sure he was just like, hi, thanks, or whatever, like, you know. And I said thanks to everyone. Like, I was just like, thanks, even though I don't remember, but I'm sure I said thanks. I hope. But I was just like, hey, like, thank you to whatever, to like Jongin and stuff, but again, I don't really remember. And then I got onto Felix. My original idea for Felix was to go well, if I had stuff in my hand, no, if I didn't have stuff in my hand, I might have actually done this, but like, he was being so sweet to everyone, and I was just like, no, I don't really want to. But I really wanted to just go yeet, like, just to see if he did it back to me, like, just to go yeet and see if he did it back. Because I think, like, you know, like, at high touches, maybe they're, like, looking for something to, like, kind of interact with, I guess, but, I couldn't think of anything. Like, I was just like, I don't even know what it was. So I got to Felix, and we again, like, touched hands or whatever, and he was just, like, he was like, oh, thank you so much for coming. And I was like, hey, thank you, like, like, just thank you. And then I got to Chan, and, like, I was holding my sign down, because I was like, I don't really want the other members to see it, so, like, because I didn't want to seem like I was, like, I only liked Chan, sort of thing. I just really wanted Chan to see my sign, like, that was all I wanted. So I had my sign, like, kind of held down, hoping none of the members would see it. And then I finally got to Chan and, like, looked him in the eye and just went, like, he was the only member I actually kind of remember speaking to first, I think. Because I held up my sign, like, just really quickly. Like, obviously this doesn't really do it justice, but, like, obviously I had to hold it, like, held down like this, and just kind of went like this, like, really fast. And held it up and just went, thank you. And then he was like, oh, thank you, like, just really kind of, he was the only member I kind of remember speaking to first, so I don't know if he was responding to me or saw my sign. Probably, I mean, obviously it would have been probably way too fast, but he would have seen, like, Bang Chan, so he would have been like, oh, like, that sign's for me. But whatever he saw, like, he was responding thank you to me, so, like, we held hands and all this kind of stuff, and we were just like, hey, thanks, like, thank you, and all this kind of stuff, so yeah. I hope that went okay. Obviously I didn't describe the concert that well. Obviously, again, I left halfway through. I feel like concerts and stuff are just better not knowing, like, absolutely everything, and, like, maybe, like, knowing stuff about what you could expect at concerts, but, you know, like, not getting absolutely everything explained is, it kind of ruins the experience, I guess. But I tried to do it as best as possible and as quick as possible. But I hope you enjoyed my concert experience video thingy. I know I explained the high touch already in my vlog, but I just really wanted to talk about it again. And I've been looking at, like, photos, like, I could get from my, like, videos and stuff, and I just got really good screenshots of everything. But yes, so on that note, be respectful to those around you during concerts. Be respectful of the artists above, like, on the stage and everything. If they come down to the barricade and everything to see you, do not try and grab them. Like, if they maybe say, like, oh, like, who wants a high five? You know, go for that. Like, if they're offering, do that. But if they're not, like, if they want to just, like, stand there and say hi, don't try and grab them. Don't, like, you know, pull their shirt and all this kind of stuff. Just look at them and appreciate. And just be respectful of those around you and everything, and just enjoy the music and the moment. Like, you know, recording isn't everything as well. Like, I did record, obviously, but, like, even just standing there and enjoying the music, like, that's what you're there for, and just everything is beautiful. And if you do, like, maybe if you don't get to meet the artist or anything like that, just remember, like, the music is what, like, obviously you can say, oh yeah, like, the personality of the people have helped me, but you're there for the music. Like, you know, like, the music is, like, at the end of the day what you're, like, what they're there to do for, sort of thing. Like, you know, like, it's really amazing to kind of look up and see all these artists doing what they love and everything. Like, you can really see, like, the passion they feel for it, like, when Minho dances, or, like, when Chan sings, or Jisung sings, and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, it's, the best thing is to, you know, really enjoy the moment and just be like, I'm actually seeing this group live, like, you know. But, yeah. I don't know why this turned into, like, a session of just telling stuff. I don't even know. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this wasn't too chatty. And I hope you can all go see Stray Kids one day. It is really cool that they don't need to use, like, a whole bunch of props to, like, make the show amazing. Like, they can literally just do it with, like, one big thing that looks like a mirror. Like, that's all we need. Like, they're amazing. And I miss them so much. But, yes, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you go see Stray Kids one day, and hope you're all going to any other concerts, like maybe GOT7. I know GOT7 still need to put their tickets on sale. But, yes, so hopefully you're all going to concerts and everything, and I hope you all enjoyed. Bye! Like a firewall.